Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Steve. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. It's a little snowy out here, so traveling is not a lot of fun. But I want to ask you a question. Did you direct your post-secondary education? Did you decide where you wanted to go? Is it something that you're following now? Are you in the business that your post-secondary education took you towards? And the reason that I'm asking is because when I graduated high school, I went and did pretty much what was easiest for me. I went into automotive studies. I spent a year at college studying automotive. It was quite boring for me. Hey, Don, how are you? Glad to see you here. And because it was boring because it was easy for me. I studied automotive all through high school. I studied automotive before I got into high school. I was pretty good with my hands. I could do it fairly easily. And when I graduated from that college course, I got into dead end job after dead end job after dead end job, and all because I wasn't on my purpose in life. As a matter of fact, I made that mistake twice. I went back to college the second time when I was about 40 years old, 42 years old actually, and I studied mechanical engineering and got the first job, took the first job that came to me. It was the best job I've ever had in my life. I held it for about 10 years, but again, it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't satisfying. It wasn't in alignment with my purpose. Now, I didn't find out about my purpose until I had reached about 51 years of age. And now I know what my purpose is. I've aligned my post-secondary education to allow me to do what I love to do. And, it happens to be through the knowledge of Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher, and understanding it, applying it to my life, learning about it so that I can bring it to other people and to increase their level of awareness and allow them to make the proper choices in what their post-secondary education should be. If most high school kids would sit back and say, what is my purpose in life? Why am I on this planet? What am I supposed to be doing? And ask themselves a couple of really good questions like, what am I really good at? And what do I love doing? And tying those two things together, and they'll figure out what their purpose in life is. And then once they've graduated high school, knowing what their purpose is, they can decide whether they want to invest in their lives and do something, follow a mentor. If somebody were a photographer, I'm kind of passionate about photography. I like doing the art. If I really wanted to be somebody, a really great photographer, I'd go and align myself with some of the big photographers out there. I'd find one who would be willing to mentor me. And no matter what it would cost me, I'd follow that person around and learn everything that I could learn. And then apply that stuff to my life and become a fantastic photographer myself. It only makes sense to do that. Post-secondary education could mean that you want to be an engineer, or you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, if that's what's in alignment with who you are. And if you direct your education, you're not going to squander the money that you invest in your education. So I've invested in personal development. I study it every day. I continue to invest in myself so that I can be a better consultant, a better guide for people. And, other people can go to college or university to get the education they need to follow their career path. What I'm trying to say is that, tuition versus investment in oneself. Tuition can run hundreds of thousands of dollars, where investment in personal development would be a fraction of that cost. So if you were to invest in yourself prior to going and investing in your post-secondary education, you'd find that the value of your post-secondary education is a lot greater. I hope this is making sense. I wish I had known this when I was, 18, 19 years old and ready to go into post-secondary education, because my life would definitely be a lot different than it is now. And I'm glad that I found out when I did, because now I've made the decision to invest in myself and create a job and a wonderful life, follow the work that I love doing. I'm having a great time every day. I'm meeting new people every day. I'm helping a lot of people every day. make hard decisions or learn about personal development and do some really good things for themselves and for other people around them. So let's talk. Let's sit down and have a discussion about finding out finding out what your purpose in life is, so that you can make the correct decisions about where to direct your education or invest your money in order to have a greater and more prosperous life. I'd love to talk to you all. Thanks for joining me, guys. Don's saying this is a tough question for most kids, and he's very right. I know a lot of high school kids that really are floundering in life, graduating from high school and not knowing where to move forward or how to move forward. So they go out and they get jobs at Tim Hortons or McDonald's or someplace like that, and they're still searching for those answers. So, if you want to sit down with me and talk about helping your kids, or you want to sit down with me and you're going through that stage of transition from post-secondary from secondary school to post-secondary, let's sit down and talk. Let's find out a good way to invest your money and then get you going on a path towards your dreams. Anyway, thanks for joining me, folks. See you tomorrow on the next Facebook Live. Bye for now.